Today's episode is going to be a miracle recipe for hard boiling eggs. And when I say a miracle recipe, I've been hard boiling eggs for a long time out there, and I've never found quite the right one to make it so you can peel the eggs easy. I've tried all those 5-minute hacks. I've tried all kinds of my own different things. I have tried literally anything I can find out there and done my own stuff, and nothing. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. A friend of mine recently passed down the knowledge from his wife, a recipe that they use. And, well, I used it, and I'll be darned, it actually worked. It's friggin' amazing, and I want to share it with you guys during these lockdown cookouts on a camp stove in the front yard that needs to be cleaned. Alright, so, doing a camp stove just because it's fun, and we can do it outside. You do not want to see what my stove looks like inside the house. I'm not going to put that on video. Nobody needs to see that. It's one of those things that'll just never come out. Previous cooking disaster. Anyway, many years of neglect. So this is much nicer looking. We're going to do that. So, you're got your camp stove here. We have got a pot full of water. And this is about that full. I tip it over and show it to you, but we'll put that in a blooper reel or something later. We're going to go ahead and stick it up here. We'll be using this burner over here. We've got some eggs. We're going to be doing another recipe with these hard-boiled eggs, but these hard-boiled eggs you can use for anything. You can eat the eggs by themselves. You can make deviled eggs. You can just, I mean, the stuff is, there's so many things to do with hard-boiled eggs. The perfect food in my book. Well, eggs in general are anyway. So we're going to be cooking a little bit extra than what we need, so I can have some now. A little bit hungry. But we are going to be making some pickled eggs in another video. Keep your eyes open for that. So today, normally this recipe for the pickled eggs calls for 6. We're going to go ahead and do 12. Go ahead and stick them on in the pot here. And this is just normal eggs. I just pulled them out of the fridge. I didn't put them in. Oop, I think I just cracked that one. And if it does crack, not that big of a deal. I've worked my way around that too. My dog is currently scratching at the door, wondering who on earth I'm talking to. Alright, we got 2, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We might be able to squeeze 12 in there. It's a small pot. You can use a bigger pot if you want. This is just the one that I've been working with. Alright, let's go ahead and light up the stove, shall we? There it is. We're going to go ahead and put these guys on to boil. Alright. So, the key to this recipe is all in the timing. Hopefully you can hear me over the roar of the stove here. Didn't actually think that one through, probably should have. Everything is in the timing. We put the eggs from the fridge into the cold water. I don't know if it matters if it's cold water or not. That's the way I've done it. It seems to work. What we're going to do is bring these eggs to a boil. Once they start boiling, you set a timer for 10 minutes. At the end of that 10 minutes, you turn off the burner and you set the eggs on a cool side to cool off and set another timer for 10 minutes. At the end of that time, what you're going to do is take those eggs out of the hot water and you're going to peel them. We'll get to that when it's time. But for now, we got to wait for this guy to boil. One other key that I forgot to mention, as the eggs start heating up and as they begin to boil, every once in a while you need to stir it with a spoon very gently. Don't crack the eggs, but rotate them around. That helps the yolk stay kind of in the middle so that when you use them for like, deviled eggs and things, when you cut it, that yolk is in the middle instead of squished over to one side or the other. The eggs have started to boil, and now we wait 10 minutes. Maybe? Well, we'll wait 10 minutes. There we go, that's a little better. 10 minutes. Don't forget to occasionally stir the thing, rotating the eggs around. That's kind of what we've been doing. Turn the heat down if you need to. So that it doesn't boil over. Alright, we've been letting the eggs boil for approximately 10 minutes. I say approximately. Try and make it as close as you can. It'll probably work within a minute or two on either side. And we're going to set that guy off to the side and let it cool down for another 10 minutes. I need to go get some extra supplies for the, what do we want to call it? For the deshelling, or peeling, that's it, peeling. We need to go in and get some supplies for the peeling of the eggs. I'll be right back out with you guys, and we'll get that set up for you while we wait 10 minutes. Alright, it's been 10 minutes to let these guys cool off. We're gonna go ahead and start peeling these guys, now that I remember what the proper terminology is. Alright, like I said before we started, you're gonna need something to get the eggs out of the pan. Don't use your fingers. It's still hot. You can see the steam coming off. Yes, we're outside, but yeah, no fun. Got a few other additions. Got some kosher salt, glass of water. That's for the ones I'm going to eat here in just a minute. So let's go ahead and do this. Remember, these have been cooling down for 10 minutes. I'm going to go ahead and take one of these guys out. Then we're going to take it. We're going to drop it gently. And watch this, guys. This is where the fun and the magic is. Roll it a couple of times gently. Just a little bit of pressure. And look at that. Just kind of comes right out of the shell. No problem at all. Unless you're me, of course. Look at that. Perfectly hard-boiled egg. Dip it in a little cold water to get any little shell bits that are still left off of there, or still left on there off, and stick it in another bowl. Let's go ahead and get another one. This can actually be kind of entertaining. Go ahead and take another egg, drop it gently, and then roll it. Gently. Don't push too hard, you'll pop it. Alright, I'm going to show you guys over here. And this one, this is the bowl of water. We're washing it off, so it's not a huge deal. We're going to go ahead and get our fingers under there and just watch it happen. There we go. There's the water. Get the extra little eggshell bits off and put it in your done pile. Let's do that some more, shall we? Look at how beautiful those are coming out. Look at that, guys. Make sure there's no little shell bits on there. Put it in the done pile. Now, like I said before, I have done, I don't know how many hard-boiled eggs in my life. A lot. I'm a big fan of them. They're good for parties. They're good for holidays. They're good for just so many things, guys. And this way, you don't have to buy them at the store. This shows you a quick and easy way to get those perfect eggs every time. Look at that. It's absolutely incredible. So many different ways I've tried it. None of them have really worked that well. I've tried those life hacks. I mean, the 5-minute thing. None of them work. And one of the worst ones that I've tried anyway, there was a guy. Well, maybe it was a guy. I don't know. It was hands. So they boiled the eggs. Didn't say for how long really or anything like that. And then you take the egg and you put it in a glass and you fill the glass partially with water. You put your hand over it and then you shake it like this, and the eggshell miraculously comes off. It's BS. It doesn't work. If it does for you and you've tried it, let me know in the comments down below. Because it did not work for me very well, and it made a huge freaking mess. There was water everywhere. My arms were tired from shaking the thing. It's just, anyway, this way, look at that. It's beautiful. Absolutely gorgeous. Perfect hard-boiled egg every time. Look at that. And all that takes is 10 minutes of boiling, 10 minutes of cooling off, and then it's kind of self-explanatory. Look at this, guys. Look at that. Just comes right off. Look at that. Every time. Another perfect egg right there. I mean, we're doing an entire dozen eggs right here. Absolutely incredible. And like I said, some of these I'll be eating now. Some of them are going to be going into a pickled beetroot. Look at that. Look at that. Just perfect. Some of these will be going into a pickled beet recipe. We'll do a video on that for you guys. We'll also add in the boiling part of the eggs and how to peel them properly. For those of the people out there that haven't watched this one, for the rest of you guys, just skip past the how to hard boil and peel the egg and go straight to the pickled egg recipe. Very tasty and kind of unique. Picked it up from that same friend that showed me or told me, and then showed me the recipe for doing the eggs this way. I mean, look at this, guys. Just look at that. Comes right out every time. Look at that. Absolutely amazing. I have not had this fail yet. Now, my friend says that he's tried different eggs, and different eggs actually respond differently to this method. He says that most of the eggs that you buy don't work very well this way. He says his favorite eggs to use are from Dollar Tree when the eggs are on clearance for 25 cents for 8 eggs. Look at that, guys. I can't. Look at that. It's absolutely amazing. We just peel it right off there, and just look at that. It's incredible. Absolutely incredible. Look at that. Rinse off that stuff there. Absolutely incredible. Anyway, yeah, Dollar Tree eggs, 25 cents for an 8-pack. He says those peel the best. I have not done nearly as much experimentation as he has on the eggs. These, those giant boxes of eggs you can get at Walmart. It's like 5 dozen, 5.5 dozen, something like that. That's what these are. Nothing special. I have not tried it on any other eggs. I used to have chickens a long time ago in a galaxy far, far away. And I don't know if that would work on those or not. Most eggs that you get in the store that are just sitting there on the shelf have been there for quite a while. So maybe they have to be aged a certain amount or something like that. But for now, these ones seem to be working flawlessly. I mean, look at that, guys. Just look at that. So nice. So nice. Every time. We got one left here. One left for the peelers, guys. Go ahead and drop it down on there. Look at that. And how easy, I mean, there's no gimmicks. There's no gimmicks. There's no craziness to it. It's all in the timing that I've been able to find. It just seems to work. So thanks, guys, for joining me here for Lockley's Corner. Camp stove cooking here in the front yard during the lockdown. I'm bored. I'm sure you're bored. Look at all the fun things we can do. We'll be doing a lot of other videos like this where we'll be doing some cooking out here in the front and DIY projects and things like that. Keep an eye out for them. Thanks for being here, and thanks for hitting that like button down there below. And don't forget to subscribe if you like having fun with us out in the front yard doing things during our interesting times we're having right now. We'll catch you guys on the next one.